non-committal hero just to pop the Zetian shield.
Definitely can pop the shield. Also can harass the Granger very well. Open up space for Liv.
Ooh.
Bringing the Esmeralda though, something a little bit different, but something that has slowly got more popular. Does okay against the Lapu Lapu in the XP lane as well. Can at least kind of, you know, stalemate with it. Might not win out completely, but can make rotations after clearing waves.
With the Esmeralda, you play something along the lines of a really proxy-heavy Uranus kind of strategy. You'll be able to see a lot of Daisy going into the long lanes and the side lanes and trying to cut that waves and joining in the jungle team fight. So Virtus Pro, on paper, kind of looks like they want to bring the aggression to Terra Queens instead.
Yeah, I mean, final thoughts on the draft real quick. I think both have brought something. I like the 1-1 pick. It kind of flew under the radar. It's something that's been banned out a lot. And from what we saw yesterday, a lot of teams have been shredding through with this pick. It has been a game changer. But once again, let's jump into the first game of the day. This is Terra Queens up against Virtus Pro.
Biggest question in my mind is, will Virtus Pro learn from their mistakes in day number 1? And right off the bat, I think for Virtus Pro, it's more passive. The way they want to play the jungle, leash heavy, try to get the early rotations, get Starsoy in position as fast as possible, try to deny that farm, and try to stop Terra Queens from invading into their own jungle. But hold on a second, here's Saw.
Already a little bit of damage, a little bit of a trade-off. The range on the Zetian is decent in that mid lane. And, you know, even the little bit of doubts, what it lacks in mobility, it does have some decent wave clear overall and can at least get some of that poke damage off.
Yeah, big resources already spent for that mid side. They're ramping up the aggression. Starsoy in enemy territory though.
Starsoy coming in. Doesn't have level 4 just yet, won't be able to secure the kill, but will at least be able to push that mid lane back to the base.
And even Steven's jungle speed for both junglers. The rotations are actually coming through much faster for Starsoy this time. She's in a very comfortable spot. What she wants to do is try to push that wave away from that gold lane so that Liv is able to just slowly free farm up. She needs a lot of space, she needs a lot of time. Let's bring that clashes away from that gold lane.
My main focus right now is the fact that both mid laners have not really rotated too much. It's been a slow pace in the beginning. Starsoy has come in along with Rui. Look at the damage.
Ooh.
Saw goes down. KO falls as well. Starsoy forced to back off. And this is right before the turtle's going to pop up in about 10 seconds. Starsoy might fall as well. The retry does pop, and Ku able to get the kill. Now Daisy just forced to go under the tower. Turtle up. Should be an easy take for Terra Queens.
Virtus Pro overthinking, right? Like, they wanted to stop Terra Queens from invading their jungles, but you're pushing the aggression onto the mid lane instead. Doesn't look like Terra Queens will have any issues with that turtle. We'll blitz that down as Virtus Pro starting to play on that back foot. It's only 2 minutes on the clock. 1,500 gold behind, and Virtus Pro really has to slowly climb back up. You can't give up any of these easy kills over Terra Queens. They have to watch Ku though. This Badang is constantly hammering onto that mid lane.
And not only that, but Luna Lin, the moment she gets level 4, she immediately pops that Fury of the Phoenix just to get vision. And I got a feeling she's not going to be stingy with it, at least in the early phase of the game, when she might not need it as much in team fights. It's going to be about every single time she has it, get some vision, get intel. And that's going to be so important in this early first, 7 minutes of the game or so to make sure they're securing these rotations well. A little bit of damage on Aku though. Cow still unable to hit that level 4. Finally locked in. Maybe this will make a difference.
A little bit of a touch and go, but yeah, to add on to your vision point, I think the way that Virtus Pro wants to play around the vision play is using Esmeralda to hold down a lot of crucial resources away from that mid lane. No more AOG for Cal though. How will Virtus Pro play this?
I mean, I think at this point, it's 1.5k gold lead. Nothing too major. Ku does take a bit of damage. Fist crack does come in. Ku goes down. A lot of damage on a cow. Can he get away though? No, Sakoshi able to secure the final shot 1-for-1 in the mid lane.
You see, it's a 5-on-3 down the mid side. Virtus Pro struggling to keep up with the rotation speed. You have the Lapu Lapu coming out from that bottom side, top lane, down to the mid. You have the Granger just walking all fine and dandy, uninterrupted into the mid lane. And it's basically a full-on team fight onto a numbers advantage against Virtus Pro. You have the Esmeralda, just use the Esmeralda for that vision play. Again, Koo!
Another fist crack, timed up with the bravest fighter. The damage on Saw drops down, the sword falls, and Starsoy trying to dash in, does pick up Helene Greena. It's a little bit of safety in the moment of chaos. Daisy now forced to back off as well. Terra Crean's just looking for the next turtle.
Saving grace, Daisy won out on the EXP lane early. I think Helene Greena just wasted the full wave. So now Daisy has free roam off that jungle. Make use of that early game advantage and try to open up that map. Virtus Pro is lacking that intel game. Wherever Rui is, it doesn't seem like Cal is giving that intelligence over to Starsoy. That's why she's guessing a lot of the hits. She's guessing where the clashes are coming from. Turtle at health.
Watch for Helene Greena in the backside, trying to get the stun. Does get flared away. AOG does not connect on anyone. Lunalyn forced to dash back. Daisy taking a lot of damage, trying to get away, but Helene Greena finds another target. Cal next on the list, chopped down. Saw just under the towers. Lunalyn picks up the kill. Terror Queen's now gonna move on to this turtle. Wait, no, a little bit of a switch up over to the mid lane. Looking for the next target. Starsoy trying to dash in, does not have the shadow kill. This turtle should fall in the hands of Terror Queens.
Liv trading out that bottom T1. Terror Queens picks up the turtle for herself, but look at where Shikoshi is. She's just free rotating, walking fine and dandy all over that map. Whenever there's a team fight, they wait for Shikoshi to come in, feed the farm over to this Ranger. She's already got that Sky Piercer, so this is gonna get scary real fast.
Yeah, Terror Queens, after the first turtle, it wasn't looking too bad. Now second turtle, another 1,000 added on to their original 1,000. They're looking at about a 2.8K gold lead. And now it could be getting out of control. We're 6 minutes in, still another turtle. The question is, Virtus Pro even want to try to contest the next one, or do they want to start trying to find ground elsewhere on the map?
They identify that Saw is basically playmaking this entire game. Now Cal is split away from Saw. They're using conceal play, going up on the top. They're seeking out Liv though.
Cal gonna back off. Liv looking for some weakness points, unable to find any. Saw also keeping the distance. Does come in with a lantern flare, able to catch on to Lunalyn. Can this be the kill they need? No, but Helene always shows up in the nick of time. Saw forcing to flicker back. Helene gonna have to try to save herself. Crossbow tank does go off, but it just doesn't do the damage to connect. Helene Greena finally does fall as Virtus Pro puts a kill on the board.
This is where Virtus Pro comes alive, right? They're waiting for a lot of the members to come in and try to fight an even battle. Terror Queens are bringing all 5 members right from the early game, but now Virtus Pro has it all in them to try to fight back into it. Liv is starting to come online. It's a quick and easy weakness points popped as well. They need to be able to save their resource. Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to use it. And now Terror Queens on a little bit of a defensive play. Right now they know that they're coagulating over that Wan. They need to be able to take that Wan down now.
You know, one good thing about the 1-1, right, is, and as you're saying, they need to be able to take it down, because even though other members of Virtus Pro have fallen, and even though Terror Queens are sitting at about a 2.5K gold lead, Liv is deathless. Liv has been able to farm a decent amount. She's not too far behind, and another item or two, and Liv's going to start really packing a punch. Not to mention, the inability to really lock a 1-1 down is what makes her so much of a threat. The fast movements, the dashing back and forth. It is a target that is hard to catch.
Yeah. Fear the Phoenix, though. Sog is taken out.
AOG does not connect on anyone. Helene Greena still hanging out. Rui able to get the electrifying, beats Cal, goes down. Sakoshi picks up the kill, but the crossbow tank pops up, trying to find one. She finds it, she dashes back, but Liv eventually falls to Rui. Starsoy with a shadow kill on a Sakoshi, but still unable to secure anything for the team of Virtus Pro. Now Lunalyn gonna move on to this tower. It's 3 members down for the side of VP. Terror Queens walk away with another win in the book.
Terror Queens catching Virtus Pro off guard. Saw was just not having it. Walked a little bit too close with the lantern flare. Ku comes in with a fist crack, and now she's locked down. Cal, a little bit of a counter re-engage, but a little bit of a prediction error right there down the mid side. Just missing all of that AOGs. She's not having a good game.
I feel like there's been a lot more missed AOGs than landed AOGs. And the problem is I don't know if they're being rushed. I don't know if they're panicked. But you really got to think about how you land those down, whether it's you're using them as they're trying to run away. I think it's always better to be used a little after the team fight starts.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest engage AOG person. It's very easily readable. You need to try to use it when everyone's already kind of caught up with other things.
Yeah, Virtus Pro just seems very counter-reactive. Terra Queens brings a team fight, and Virtus Pro are forced to go in for that team fight, knowing very well that they can't win. Now, 5,000 gold lead behind, and Terra Queens have the Lord marching up on that top side. Daisy giving a little bit more intelligence play as they need to try to protect Liv. She's already got one death, not many more, and Virtus Pro might be able to have a shot.
Oh, the damage from those Death Sonatas is starting to stack up. Lunalin, Helengrina, Ku, all looking for the next target right now. Just playing the distance. Lord creeping in. Oh, a little bit of damage on Sakoshi. Liv able to get the kill. Helengrina trying to come in, trying to help save the day, but the AOG fault drops down. Helengrina now on the run. Starsoy bounces back and forth with Shadows. Liv trying to dance around, looking for the weakness point. Unable to connect, but still getting the kills, still locking them down, but now Liv is all on her own. Can she get away? Not today.
Man, that was a really good play from Liv, outplaying, jumping around, but unfortunately though, she was split way too far away from Virtus Pro, and Terra Queens have their revenge onto that kill onto Sakoshi. And look at the items real quick. The Granger already has that 3-item build. That's a lot of damage, that's a lot of physical penetration just from this Granger, so one hit might take out half health, but Liv needs a little bit more time. That's the problem with a lot of these attack speed heroes, where Virtus Pro needs to buy time for Liv to come online. 10 minutes on the clock, 50 seconds till the Lord spawns up. Virtus Pro doesn't have control of this game.
Helengrina once again comes in with the bravest fighter and a big stun. Liv taken out, KO'd off the map. Helengrina goes down as well. Starsoy trying to pick up the pieces, does take down one and forces Terra Queens away.
Terra Queens always fighting as 5. Virtus Pro, Starsoy is always not ready. I think they need to be able to hold back just a little bit more. If Terra Queens wants to bring the fight to them, Virtus Pro should just back off just a little bit more. Play a bit more defensively. Save your resources for when you can get a proper pickup, a proper ambush. You have Starsoy in question. That's the vision play. Look at the back line, starting things off with Helengrina just jumping in with the bravest fighter. And this is where things really go south. The damage is just not enough for Virtus Pro yet. I'd say give it a little bit more time, 5 minutes or so. If this goes on to 15 minutes, Virtus Pro might have an even game.
Ooh, with concealed play for a target. Sakoshi also with snipe shots from the back line. Lord up, second Lord of the game. Terra Queens with a strong lead right now of about 5,000 gold. Rui deathless, 4-0-5. Compared to her counterpart, Starsoy on the jungle at Virtus Pro, 2-1-0. We're looking at a 2-level gap as well. That's a big retry difference.
It's all about vision play. It's also about macro. Look at the long lane. Look at the short lane. It's already pushing in towards Virtus Pro. They have to send someone to contest for that, or maybe keep that at bay. But at the top side, though, I think Virtus Pro can send a loose member. But if they do, Terra Queens will overwhelm them with the numbers play.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, I don't know, Virtus Pro, they do have the kit, they have the arsenal to be able to get a big wombo combo, a big play. Ku comes in. Fury of the Phoenix comes down, and look at the damage on the Liv. Taken out almost immediately. Starsoy forced to shadow away. Rui looking for another one. Daisy gonna be the next to drop. There's no escape for the Terra Queens.
Some might see Ku with that flicker play miss as a huge mistake, but it's all a bait. With the Zetian giving that vision, they know exactly where Starsoy is, and that's why Virtus Pro can't comprehend, can't counter-engage back onto Terra Queens, and they're fighting together as 5. They have very strong target prioritization, taking Liv down, and then before taking down Saw, and the rest, as they say, is history. Daisy doesn't have that defense to negate some of that damage as Terra Queens starting their terror rampage.
Man, it is a tough spot for Virtus Pro. Backed into the corner right now, back against the ropes. Can they rope their way out of this? It's definitely going to be a test of stamina if they can make it out of game 1. Let's take a look at the items, though.
Also has the win of nature, though. Sakoshi is 1 item away from that full build. 2,000 gold lead. Oh, on top of Liv, and Liv still needs a bit more time. From early game, they had a little bit of a shot, but right now, Liv is a huge, big target for Terra Queens, and they're always taking Liv down now. The problem with that 1-on-1 is that it's too paper, it's too glass.
Cool, looking for the back end. Helengrina also comes in, gets stunned onto Liv once again. Cow trying to defend, but will drop to the team of Terra Queens. Daisy, Liv, Saw, nothing can defend the advance right now. In comes Starsoy. Lock it in with the
No
Shadow
minions.
Kill, able to find 2 members. Immortality
They
does
can't end
pop
this.
onto Ku. Unable to end this. Virtus Pro survive another day.
Good call by Starstory just to use the Shadow Kill, take down the Kennen minions before they take down that Lord. And I think for right now, Virtus Pro, they're playing on that back foot. Starstory's always not ready. Finding the right shadows is not enough. It's Rui just jumping straight in, taking down Cal first. And then they're re-engaging in that coagulation spot, or in that spot where they want Cal to be in. And it's very high committal. Once Cal goes in, she can't come out. Oh, hold on a second.
Starstory taking a lot of damage. Cal as well. Rui might be going down here. Able to just get away. The damage is starting to stack up on the side of Virtus Pro. We're at a 7K goal lead, closing in onto end game standards.
They don't have high ground as well. Or Virtus Pro can't really play this defense. They need to be able to, I don't know, let me see how they can play this, man. Terror Queens are just not leaving anything to chance. Once Daisy comes back a little bit too close, they are going to convert her into that kill. They're pushing her in the wrong position. Daisy might be able to get out now, but if they use crucial resources, Terror Queens might just wreak havoc into Virtus Pro's base. And now both side lanes are actually pushing in. It's Baron now. Virtus Pro can't just step out their base so easily.
Let's take a look at the mid laners, since that was a thing we wanted to focus on. Luna Lin right now
3-0-16.
on a mage that has 0 dashes, does have a passive that protects herself a little bit, but overall, I mean, Luna Lin has just played an amazing game, especially at the odds against Starstory and a Hayabusa, against a 1-1, against an AOG that could be targeting her down. She is deathless with a 19 KDA.
Ooh.
Daisy taking the damage, taking out Sakoshi, able to lock that in. Rui tries to get the electrifying beats. Bliv is on the trail, trying to chase them away. Saw there as well, looking for the pullback. Lane Green able to get the bravest fighter, able to get the stun, able to get away. They're gonna move on to this Lord now for Terror Queens.
Ku, good initiation, empowered Luna Lin to use that Fury of the Phoenix, because a lot of teams use that Ziltian's Fury of the Phoenix or ulti just to give that vision, but Terror Queens are using it to that aggression. Once Ku sets things up in motion, Luna Lin pops that Fury of the Phoenix and they get that vision play. They know exactly where Starstory is. They know where to protect and how to protect Sakoshi, so that Sakoshi can just gun everyone down.
Lane Green once